Hi and welcome to another reading vlog. I apologize for this shit lighting, but to be fair, it's also like shit weather out, so we're gonna have to deal with it. But this is the start of a brand new vlog, a weekly vlog. I typically don't really like doing weekly vlogs, but this Saturday, it is my birthday, at least the Saturday that's been captured in this vlog. See it afterwards. So I thought, what better birthday present to give myself than just a full week of complete mood reading, no obligations. It's gonna be great. To be fair, like most of my reading is mood reading because I base the videos I want to do around what I want to read the most at the moment. But still, just like generally, and no need to read anything for anything. I'll still have a video going up without feeling guilty about reading random shit. Perfect. So that's what I'm doing, having a fun celebration. Also, something that should be fun is that I'm expecting like a package in the first half of the week and then maybe one in the second half of the week. That could be for next week technically, but I am hoping I will get here this week because it should. So those are also fun things to look out for. But yeah, it's Tuesday right now. It's supposed to start this yesterday, but I've been having like this terrible pain in my leg and for like a couple of days. And on Sunday my family actually came around to celebrate my birthday, and just from like sitting in a chair all day and like not properly like being able to like lie down in bed or like on a couch or anything, that pain just got so bad. So I spent all day yesterday just kind of like being a couch potato with my mom, so I didn't really feel like updating the vlog. But it's Tuesday and I'm ready to talk to you about things. Let me first give you my TBR for this week, because even though I'm mood reading, I do technically have a TBR for this week. There's two books that I have been desperate to get to over the past couple of weeks, but I haven't been able to squeeze it in between videos. So these are going to be my priority for this week. I don't think I can actually finish both, but we'll see. The first one I'll be reading is Daisy Hates the Great Undoing by Jessa Hastings. This is the fourth book in the Magnolia Parks universe, and I'm so excited to read this. So of course, I generally will be starting this as soon as I stop recording this video because I am just so hyped for it. And then I also have The Year of Ages by Brandon Sanderson, which is the final book in the first era out of Mistborn. And again, this is one that I've been meaning to get to for a while because I absolutely loved book 1 and 2. Actually tried to read this in my 24 hours of sequels vlog, and like obviously I didn't get around to it back then, but I'm hoping to at least like start this week. I don't think I actually will be I'll be able to manage to finish it, because let me just quickly check. This has 724 pages, so it is quite a break. It is high fantasy, so that takes a bit more brain power. But yeah, those are my planned reads for this week. And yeah, I do also have to say, last night I did kind of read before going to bed. I ended up finishing All I Want Is You by Fallon Ballard, which is kind of like a short Christmas romance book, and I gave this 4 stars. There are a lot of problems I had with this one because I thought the guy, I wasn't the biggest fan of him, and I thought the romance was a bit underdeveloped, as in I feel like it was just all sex mainly. And then it's a second chance, and I feel like we didn't fully resolve the issues that led them to break up in the first place. So in that sense, it wasn't the best, but I had such a blast reading this book and I ate it up. I was so invested in it. I teared up a little while reading it because I was so emotionally invested. And for me, enjoyment rates higher than quality when it comes to reading books. So it ended up being a 4, but there you go. I am doing another Christmas reading vlog this year, spoiler alert. So that's why I am already reading this, because I have quite a lot of books to get through for that. So there might be some more holiday reads popping up throughout this. I actually don't know. Like, these are the 2 books I want to read physically, and I also always have an ebook on the go. I kind of don't know what direction it's going to go in this week. That's going to be fun. Hi, how you doing? It's Friday. I generally picked the shittiest week to do this vlog. Again, I didn't pick this week. This just the week of my birthday, but this week has generally just been like terrible so far. So yeah, the universe really was like, the last few days of 22 are gonna be so bad. You're gonna wish you were 23. It's true. It hasn't been fun. But basically, Tuesday was actually a pretty productive day. I didn't read. After I stopped talking to you, I filmed some other things, and then I finally started like properly using my TikTok, which is great. It's linked in the description. I have previously tried to use it before, but it never went anywhere, so I deleted those videos. I'm sorry, you know how I am. But then I have posted all the ASAP concert videos on there, but I've been wanting to make more like bookish, like fandom content on there, so that's what I'm trying out. So I filmed a couple of book reviews for the books I'd already read in November, and yeah, those are being posted on there. The caption as well, I figured that out. That's also a main reason why I was never happy with my TikTok videos, because I wanted them to be captioned and I never figured out how to do that. I finally figured out how to do that. So that's a plus. So you can go watch that link in the description if you want to go see what I'm doing over there. It's not just book reviews. At the moment it is, but by the time this goes up, maybe not. But I haven't had much else to talk about. But yeah, that's what's going on over there. And then Tuesday I was busy. Wednesday, that night between Tuesday and Wednesday, I just barely slept at all. I don't know what it was. I just was the worst night's sleep I've had in a while, and I haven't been sleeping too well in general. So fun, not fun. So Wednesday was just like spent in a bit of a haze. I did start reading Daisy Hates the Way I'm Doing, so at least there is that. And I read quite a chunk of it. I don't know exactly what anymore because I continued reading. I did read like over 200 pages in that time span. So great. I was exhausted by the end of the day. So I didn't want to update you because I wasn't feeling it. And then yesterday, Thursday, I woke up with a cold. You might hear it because I hear it. I don't know if you will. But I woke up with a cold again, which sucks ass. Basically in October, I spent like a big chunk of it sick, and that was a cold, like a really bad cold. It's not that bad, luckily. Cross my fingers, knock wood, because God knows if it goes that bad. But then at the same time, like I started getting the pain in my leg. My mom got a cold again. She got a cold before me in October as well, and I genuinely was very hopeful that it was just like the cold from October that hadn't fully gone out of her yet, because she definitely didn't have the experience that I had. It was very easy. Me not. I was knocked out for 2 weeks. I was very hopeful that it was just like the same cold that she hadn't written out yet and I had. Not the case, because I also have a cold now. So great. Love your mom. It's not her fault, by the way, but oh god, I felt horrible all day yesterday as well. So I didn't do much. I did read a little bit more, and I'm now on page 284 of The Great Undoing, and I'm really enjoying this. I always think with like some distance that, you know, Magnolia Parks wasn't that bad, and then I got to Daisy Hates and was like, this is just so much superior. I love these books so much. So much. But I'll give you a proper review of this once I'm done with it, because I'll definitely be finishing that today. And I feel like last night, like the tide started turning, because I got exciting news. I'm going to see Kadri in December. I'm so excited. They are releasing a movie in December. It's coming out in December, and they are actually doing like a couple of days where they are like coming to show up at the movie theaters. They can like have a little Q&A before the movie. And at first it wasn't looking like I could go to one, but I got tickets for it yesterday, and I'm so excited. And today my package finally arrived. The post gave me a notification on Monday, like, we have your package, it'll be delivered between Tuesday and Thursday. I was like, fine. Tuesday didn't show up. I was like, fine. Wednesday didn't show up. I was like, there's still another day. Thursday, yesterday, I checked my tracker again and the date was gone. I was like, what's going on here? But then a leaf later, I got an email that they will definitely be delivering it today. So I have it. And I unboxed it on my TikTok. So if you want to know like my first reactions to everything, it'll be in the description again. But I'll still show you the haul. So for starting off, I got this like cute thank you note for ordering. Like honestly, I love it. I was already obsessed then. My bookmarks are packaged like this lovely pack, like this lovely like little envelope thingy with like the logo. Has a like sticker. It's from Seriously Bookmarks, by the way. I forgot to mention that. I adore their bookmarks, but they used to have fandom ones. And then, but like discovered a company, they went out of stock, like they stopped making them basically, and they didn't sell them in a web shop anywhere. And luckily they have a partnership with certain bookstores, so if they still have them, you can still buy them, which is how I got mine. But now they put the leftover stock online at the beginning of the month for like a couple of days only, and I jumped on that because I was so excited for this. So yeah, let me show you first the little freebie I got, because I'm also obsessed with this bookmark, and then I'll show you all of the rest. So this is the freebie. It says in my Seriously Bookmarks era, with like these little ghosties on it, which just makes me a little bit sad that I got this after spooky season, but like I'll still be using it. It's so cute, and all of the ghosties are you like holding one of their bookmarks. Brilliant. Absolutely love it. So yeah, I don't know if you'll be getting this freebie if you order from there now, because obviously they might have changed to a different seasonal one. This is their info if you want to look it up. but I'm obsessed with this. Anyway, then for the ones I ordered, I'm gonna start the one that's still in the bag because it's my mom's. She always uses just like a random piece of paper to put in between the books. So I was like, I'm gonna buy you a bookmark, and she picked this one. And it says, I just think your cinema. Do you think I'm cool too? Which is from Cinema by Harry Styles, which I'm not entirely convinced she knows that song, but she loves this Harry Styles bookmark, and it's like a like cinema ticket. It's really cute. This is the back is magnetic. I kept it in the bag because, like I said, it's for her, not for me, so I'm not touching it. But what is for me are these two magnetic bookmarks, which are from Nile. We have Nice to Meet Ya. Isn't that so cool? And then Hold Tight, Get Ready for the Ride, with like the show as an album, and of course the lyrics from the show. Love it. In my TikTok unboxing, I just kept saying the word obsessed. So there you go. Then for my bookmarks, I'm deciding in order with this. We were talking about Nile, so let's finish up with that. We have Nice to Meet You again, but a regular bookmark. It's a very simple design, but I still really like it. And God knows I need more Nile merch in my life. And also this design was only available as a tassel bookmark, which I typically am not the biggest fan of because that's options you have with all of her bookmarks. You can decide between like rectangle squares or rounded squares and like a tassel or not. I believe that's with all of their designs. I could be a bit wrong with that, but I believe it is. And yeah, this was only available with tassel, which is fine, but like I said, not my preferred thing, hence why none of the other ones have tassels, but this one does. It's a very soft, like pastel blue tassel, and I actually quite like it, so we'll see how it fares up. But this is the design of the bookmark. I was obsessed with this one. God only knows where this could go, from Heaven, again by Niall. Beautiful pictures, and I love how the clouds are just like perfectly color matched with his shirt. Love it. Anyway, then we have Harry Styles. I only have one Harry bookmark because a lot of the ones that they have I already have because I find them in bookstores. But this one I also really love. It says, "You don't have to be sorry for leaving and growing up," which is lyrics from Matilda. It has like him on stage with like the little red balloon in the clouds. I love this design so much. And then we have two Taylor Swift ones. Again, I have a couple. No, that's not true. I have a magnetic Taylor bookmark. I remember it all too well, but these are regular ones. But they had more, but like these were the only ones that I like really was obsessed with. I'm starting off with Heartbreak is the national anthem. We Sing It Proudly from New Romantics. I forgot really. I love this background on it. I feel like it's very fitting. And then of course we have Taylor in her old 1989 era outfit from the Era store. I love it. It's also, I love it, you can tell this is from like Shake It Off, but I love it still. And then we also have All I Know Since Yesterday Is Everything Has Changed. Everything Has Changed is one of my favorite songs. I feel like it's so underrated for a single. I love it so much. And again, it's more of a simple design than like Red Taylor's version cover at the bottom, like a drawing of it. So yeah, these are absolutely stunning, and I am absolutely obsessed with them. This is a little overview of them yet again, just the regular bookmarks. And yeah, like I said, I'll show you the info one more time if you want to check them out. This is not sponsored. I spent my own money on this. I'm just that obsessed with it. But you can pause and check that out again if you want to get your own. These are all unavailable right now. Like I said, they just sold leftover stock, but they have some gorgeous design. A lot of mainly bookish ones. They got rid of like the other fandom stuff, but all of the rest is like bookish themed, and like they're still also cute. But yeah, I just like added a bunch to my collection, so I don't need any more. But I'm still in love. And yeah, I'll continue reading Daisy Hates. By the way, I have one of my heavy bookmarks from them, so that shows you how much I love it. So yeah, bye. My throat hurts from this vlog update, and also I filmed my TikTok right before this, but like from all the talking already, my throat hurts so bad. So I'm gonna stop yapping. Hi, so it is still Friday. It's 4 p.m. and I just finished The Great Undoing by Tessa Hastings, which is the fourth book in Magnolia Parks universe, the book that I told you I'd been reading. And yeah, I give this a 4-star. I really enjoyed this. Like I said, I love being with Daisy and Christian. I feel like their love story is just way more fun to follow than PG and Magnolia. Like, they are so exhausting. These two aren't. They're more fun. And then on top of that, we also kind of are a bit more in, they call it like a gang lord setting in this book, except they also are like, we're not gang lords, but like technically they are. So having that also be like more of a focus within this book, rather than with the Magnolia Parks books, it's more kind of rich socialite stuff. I feel like this just allows them to do a bit more high stakes stuff that feels more realistic. And I know it's just a fun time to read about, which feels weird for me to say because I have never been into like the mafia romance subgenre. Never been interested in that even. So this is kind of adjacent to that in the sense it's like gang lords, it's not mafia, but you know, it's kind of close to that. And I eat it up. I have so much fun with it. The only like big complaint I have with this book in particular is two circumstances that you know if you've read The Long Way Home, which is a third book, because this is the same timeline as the third book, by the way, just from different POVs. But due to certain events, Magnolia actually plays a big part in this book, and I really hate Magnolia. So that was kind of a short read, and it felt like such a long time in this book that it did in A Long Way Home. That section where these characters cross over in that sense. I'm saying this without spoiling anything. And I don't know if I just have poor memory or if genuinely it just felt long running or not. But yeah, I feel like that storyline was such a minor part of The Long Way Home, and it feels like the majority of this one. So that was annoying for me because I was like very excited to be without Magnolia mostly. Wasn't. But for the rest, again, love Daisy and Christian so much. And Julian I like, but I feel like towards the end of this I didn't like him as much. And again, I can't say as much because spoilers, but not because he does anything bad, but I'm like, dude, really? Like you're being this pathetic over that, really? So yeah, that's why I like him less towards the end of this. Just personal preference, not that he does anything bad. But yeah, this was just a really fun read, and I had a shitty week so far up until this point, and this was like exactly what I needed to get me through that, because it was just a really fun time, a quick time. I am gonna switch over probably to e-reading mostly today. I do kind of That's my book. I do kind of want to start here already, just because I feel like if I don't do it today, I might not get to it. And I desperately want to start this. But I feel a bit congested. So I don't know if this is like the smartest idea for today. We'll see. But I do definitely, I'm also like a couple of chapters into my ebook, which is the Holiday Honeymoon Switch. I forgot the author's name. I should have looked this up before looking at it, but you'll have the cover right here, so you'll see. Which is another like Christmassy romance, and like I said, I'm like 2 chapters into this one, so not very far at all. But it's a ridiculous premise. I probably will be focusing on that for the rest of the day, just because it's a more fun time than, you know, this beast. But this is definitely gonna be like my goal for the weekend, is to like finally get started on this one. I'll definitely won't finish it in 2 days, but it is my goal to make a good 10th in this one. Hi, how are you doing? It is the next Tuesday, so I ghosted you for a little bit. I apologize. This is why I don't weekly vlog, because I always forget to update the vlog. But yeah, so I last with you Friday night. My face was a little congested from like my cold, so I didn't end up reading anything after finishing Daisy Hates. I apologize. And Saturday I was meant to start the Hero of Ages, and I promise you I read the prologue, but that's like a page. So like this, no, I already skipped it. Like this is literally the prologue. I did read this on Saturday, technically, but Saturday ended up being much busier than I originally expected. Saturday was my actual birthday because my grandparents kind of unexpectedly came to visit. I mean, they dropped by for my birthday, but also because like since we moved, we haven't had a Christmas tree. We got rid of ours when we moved because it was just too big, like the apartment we live in now, and also because it was quite old and we didn't like it anymore, so we got rid of it. And then like we moved 2 years ago around like Christmas time, so of course then we didn't like get around to buying a Christmas tree because we had just moved. I think we moved on like the 22nd of December, so like it was really close to Christmas. And then last year we had all intentions to get one, but we just didn't. I don't even remember why. We never got around to it. And then this year my grandparents actually bought a new one because they wanted a bigger one than they used to have. It's all fake Christmas trees, by the way, not real ones. My grandparents wanted a bigger one, so they bought a new one, and but our old one is like perfectly fine. And we got it, like they were asked if like we wanted it because they knew we wanted a Christmas tree and just hadn't gone around to buying one. They were like, you know, this is gonna be thrown away, do you want it? And we were like, fine, because it is a nice Christmas tree, and because it has kind of like lights embedded into it, my grandpa wanted to set it up to like make sure everything was working correctly. And then we just like set the Christmas tree, like got decorations and stuff of it, because that's also stuff that we needed new. So the whole afternoon kind of was spent doing that, which was really odd because I don't think we've ever set the Christmas tree this early in my life. Like that's usually like a December thing, so now to do it on my birthday was a bit strange. And then in the evening we actually went to like the theater, the comedy show. We do this every year when they come on tours. It's Sven Ridder Company. I think they're really funny, and this year they just happened to pass by our town on my birthday, so of course we had tickets for that. We went. I also met some of the actors. I'll pop up pictures while I'm talking about it, and yes, it was hilarious. I love this show. Like, honestly, I feel like every year it's really funny, but like this year it just was one of my favorites that we've seen so far, so it was just great to do that for my birthday as well. So yeah, that was my Saturday, and then on Sunday I just, I looked at this book. I did. I considered it, and I was like, I wanted something light, fun, quick, and I picked the holiday honeymoon switch. I think that's the order of the words up again. And I read quite a big chunk of that. I read up to 70% on Sunday, and I had a blasty time. And then on Monday I didn't really do anything. I mean, I did do stuff, but like not reading wise. And then today, this morning, I actually did just finish this up so I can give you my full thoughts on it, just to keep things, fair, I guess. But yeah, this ended up being a 3-star. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. It was fine. It was a fun time. I flew through it. Like, I honestly read this so quickly. And I said, I read most of it on Sunday, so that's a good thing, especially because I was pretty tired on Sunday actually. So the fact that I just read so much of it, like, I don't know. And then the last like 30% of this I read on like an hour and a half max today, so that also flew by really, really quickly. It was very fun, very breezy. It has a focus on friendship despite being a romance novel. The friendship between the two main characters is pretty central to it, and I like that aspect to it. I also really like the two different settings, because we have like a cabin in the woods, and then in New York, so it's cold and snowy, and then an Hawaii vacation. So I thought like the contrast of those two settings were really fun as well, and having different explorations that way. I do have to say the New York side felt more Christmassy than the Hawaii side, but I felt like the romances were just a bit underdeveloped, and I wasn't the biggest fan of one of our main characters. I didn't hate her, but like she wasn't my favorite. So like it ended up landing like a fine 3-star, where I feel like this one's not one that's gonna stick with me for very long, but it was a fine enough read while reading it. And yeah, this was my birthday reading vlog, mood reading vlog. I read 3 books technically. I keep forgetting about All I Want Is You, that I also read that this week. But yeah, I read All I Want Is You by Fallon Ballard, which I gave 4 stars. Then The Great Undoing by Chessa Hastings, which I gave 4 stars. And then of course the Holiday Honeymoon Switch. I still don't know the author's name, I'm so sorry, which I gave 3 stars. And I haven't started the Hero Pages. Why does this book just keep evading me? Because I tried reading this for 3 videos now. I tried reading this for the 25-hour sequels, which was ambitious, but it was on the TBR. Then on the finishing series vlog I did, this was also the TBR, and now for this video, and it just doesn't want to happen, and I hate that so much for me. I really do. But yeah, I am still glad with the reading I did get done this week. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Here I am again, the same old situation. Why does the God thing have to be so complicated? Sure.